Let me see. Interested in canoeing? Meet at the river. Water. Deep water. Should I go? I can do this. I can do this.
Hey, Ari. Why do you look like someone about to face their greatest fear?
Hi, Santa. You are right. I am going to try canoeing with my friend Kay.
Canoeing. Interesting.
Santa, please don't tell me you're coming.
Too late. Canoeing is science in motion.
You only want to tease me.
That is only part of the reason.
What's the other part?
I don't want to miss the chance to watch you panic.
Oh, Santa, you are unbelievable.
La 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 la. Oh, Ari.
Hi, Kay.
Kay is Chris Kane?
This is Santa. He's my neighbour, classmate, and a constant problem.
Well, more the merrier. But in this canoe, 3 is the limit. Hi, Santa. I am Kainan.
Just reminding everyone, I can't swim.
Wow, listen to the birds. Feel the breeze.
Wait a second. This feels so easy.
That's because only Kay and I are paddling. You're doing nothing.
I am not joking. We're just sitting here, 3 of us, and the canoe is floating smoothly. Why isn't it sinking? Is it because of how we're sitting?
No, that's buoyancy, mon ami. Actually, that's both. Buoyancy is the upward force that keeps the canoe afloat. But how we distribute our weight matters. If everyone leans too far forward or backward, the canoe could tilt into the water, but will still stay afloat.
I remember hearing something about Archimedes and someone shouting, "Eureka!" Is that related to this?
Yes, Ari. More than 2,000 years ago, Greek mathematician Archimedes realised something important about water pressure. And apparently he was so excited he ran through the streets yelling, "Eureka!"
So, what did he discover?
Whenever an object is placed in a fluid, like water or even air, the fluid pushes upward on the object. That upward push, or thrust, is called the buoyant force. It says something very interesting. When an object is placed in a fluid, it pushes some of that fluid out of the way. This is called displacement.
So our canoe is pushing water away?
Yes, and according to Archimedes, the upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of the water that gets displaced. So the more water something pushes away, the stronger the upward force. Yes, Santa.
But why does water push upward at all?
Because water applies pressure in every direction. Like squeezing something from all sides.
Kay, I still don't get it. Water is pushing the canoe from all sides, right? So why doesn't it just cancel out?
Good question. Water does push from all directions, but not equally.
Not equally? Why?
Because water pressure increases with depth. The deeper you go, the harder the water pushes. So the bottom of the canoe feels more force than the top. Exactly, Santa. The top part, near the surface, feels weaker pressure pushing downward. But the bottom, which is deeper in the water, feels a much stronger push upward. The sides push sideways in opposite directions, so they cancel each other out. Because pressure is greater at the bottom than at the top, the force on the bottom is stronger than on the top. resulting in a net upward force.
K, is water pressure higher because there are more water molecules below?
Not exactly more molecules in total, but yes, more weight of water above you. So, as you go deeper, there is a taller column of water above you. That column has more mass. Gravity pulls that mass downward, so it creates greater pressure.
So, if something pushes more water away, it gets more upward force?
Exactly. A big boat pushes away a large amount of water, so the water pushes back strongly enough to hold it up. And whether something floats, sinks, or stays balanced depends on a simple comparison. There are two forces acting on the canoe. First, gravity pulling the canoe down. That's the weight of the canoe, plus all of us. Second, the buoyant force, which pushes the canoe upward from the water. So, depending on the forces, things behave differently in water? Right. There are three types of buoyancy. First is positive buoyancy. When the buoyant force is stronger than the object's weight, the object rises to the surface.
Like our canoe?
Exactly. Canoe, corks, life jackets, boats, and even icebergs. Second is negative buoyancy. That happens when the object's weight is stronger than the buoyant force. In this scenario, the object sinks. Correct. Rocks, metal anchors, or dense objects sink because the upward force, or the weight of water displaced, is too little compared to their weight.
But wait, this is confusing. If something is heavier, shouldn't it displace more water and get a bigger upward force?
Ari, buoyant force depends on three things: density of the fluid, volume of the fluid displaced, and gravity. If an object is floating, it can adjust how deep it sits. Like our canoe, add more people, it sinks a bit more. When weight increases, it sinks deeper, displaced volume increases, and so buoyant force increases. Until buoyant force equals the weight. Exactly. A state of neutral buoyancy. A floating object always adjusts to reach a balance, but a sinking object doesn't get to adjust much. It quickly becomes fully submerged, so the amount of water it displaces is just its own volume. So for a sinking object, volume of water displaced is fixed, fluid density is fixed, and hence the buoyant force is also fixed. No adjustment to balance.
Makes sense. But, Kay, how can water density even change? Isn't water just water?
In the same water body, yes, it's mostly constant, but across different water bodies, it can change.
What makes it different?
Because of salt, mon ami. The more dissolved salt in water, the denser it becomes. Exactly. That's why it's easier to float in the sea than in a river. In plain water, the egg sinks because its density is higher than the water. But when we add salt, the water's density increases and the egg floats.
Kay, what happens when the buoyant force and the object's weight are exactly equal?
That's neutral buoyancy. The object neither rises nor sinks. It hovers effortlessly at a particular depth and maintains this. Submarines and fish are neutrally buoyant, right, Kay?
Kay, how can a fish do that without constantly swimming?
Fish have a special organ called a swim bladder. It's like a small air-filled balloon inside their body. When the fish fills the swim bladder with more gas, its body becomes slightly lighter compared to the surrounding water. That increases buoyancy, and the fish rises.
And if it wants to go deeper?
Then it releases some gas from the swim bladder. Its buoyancy decreases and it sinks a little. So the fish is basically adjusting its buoyancy like a tiny submarine. Exactly. In fact, submarines use a very similar idea. They have large tanks called ballast tanks. When the submarine fills the ballast tanks with water, it becomes heavier and sinks. When it pumps air into the tanks, the water is pushed out. The submarine becomes lighter and it rises.
But something still confuses me, Kay. Ships are made of steel. Steel is heavy. So why don't ships sink?
Good question, Ari. That's because ships are not solid steel blocks. They are built with large hollow spaces filled with air. That lowers the average density of the ship, displacing a huge amount of water and creating enough buoyant force to support its weight. But if it breaks, water rushes in and replaces that air. Now the ship is no longer light. Its density increases and it sinks.
Hey, why is it suddenly so hard to paddle? My paddle feels heavier in the water.
Oh, Ari, that's because we're paddling against the river current now. And we also paddle through a phenomenon known as water resistance. Resisting water? I am curious. Whenever an object moves through water, the water pushes back against it. When you paddle upstream, the harder you push, the harder the water pushes back. That's why it feels more difficult.
Kay, water flowing against and water resistance. How are these different?
The current is the movement of the water itself. Water resistance, or drag, is the force the water exerts on any object moving through it. So even in still water, we would feel some resistance while paddling. Right. When we paddle upstream, we experience both. The water current pushing against us and the water resisting the canoe as it moves through it.
Which means we have to apply more force with the paddles.
Exactly. And that's why the shape of boats is designed carefully, to reduce water resistance and move more easily through water. The front of a boat or a ship is always pointed. That's called the bow or hull shape. It helps cut through water smoothly and reduce water resistance. See, Ari, you did it! With our help.
Thanks, Kay. And thanks, Santa. It was challenging, but I really felt good after finishing.
That's the thing. In life, there will be situations, or people, that try to slow us down, just like the upstream current. If we keep applying effort, stay balanced, and use the support around us, we'll keep moving forward. Oh, come on! Don't turn a fun canoe ride into a philosophy class. The resistance is part of the journey. The force we apply is our courage and persistence. And the buoyancy, that's the support that keeps us afloat. Knowledge, friends, family, or skills. And humour. Don't forget humour. Definitely, mon ami. That keeps us afloat too. Thanks for watching with us, friends. If you had fun learning today, please like, subscribe, leave a comment and share this video.